How did you guys meet?
We met when I started working here as an intern back in 2013. I kind of snuck in the door. I didn't have to go through 19 interviews because as an intern, which I don't even think we do those anymore.
No, we don't.
They're just like, well, he's an
That's
intern.
why.
He's a temp. He's here for 2 months. We'll get him. He'll do the work while someone's
How bad could it be?
Someone's on maternity leave. This guy knows social media. We'll have him do some things, and then he'll be out of there. And I went, hey, I want to stay here. And they went, well, do you have any skills? And I went, I could do this role over here. So I jumped into email marketing. For about 2.5 years, went back to social media for the personalities. That's what drew me here, was our personalities with a message to share that was creative and gave people hope. And so I wanted to help them spread that message through social media and marketing and email and all those things. And over time, they had seen me on the stage at our Battle of the Bands event, which is one of the ways we have a great time, build culture here. Internal team members form bands. A lot of failed musicians around here in Nashville.
I play drums, by the way.
Yes.
So if you need a drummer, just let me know.
Guest appearance.
He's not a failed drummer, though.
He's actually successful. You were like on tours and stuff.
Yeah, he gets $2 royalty checks. I heard about it.
Oh,
my gosh, yes. I haven't gotten a royalty
We've
check
done
in a
our
while.
research.
The last one is probably like 60 cents.
I get like $30 a month from my music career, so I'm beating you in that regard.
There you go.
So I started doing that, and they went, well, we should have him MC and host, because Ken Coleman, one of our personalities, was stepping into that role. And so I started hosting events and the video channel for the show and curriculums, you name it. And last year, back in 2021, I was knighted personality because of how much I cared about this message and wanting to teach it and create content around it, especially for the younger generations.
I wasn't aware we knighted anyone.
I don't know. I mean, there wasn't an official knighting. It was more of just a meeting where they went, hey, you're going to do this now. And I went, okay. Which I've had about 6 or 7 jobs here at Ramsey.
Sir George.
I like that. It's got a ring to it.
Stick with that.
Actually, Jack and I are both lords.
Technically.
Yeah. We did one of those certificates where we own a 1-by-1 plot of land.
You could be a lord for like $30 online, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
you can own a star, too.
I have a star.
Yeah, you have a
Yeah,
star
I bet
and a
it's an
plot of
NFT,
land
isn't
and your
it?
award.
It's an NFT.
It's an NFT.
This is pretty incredible. Y'all are really accomplished.
Yeah.
What was it like, by the way, for your first show?
Oh, my goodness.
Because are they filmed live?
Yeah, everything's
Or
live.
I guess with the delay.
Yeah, with this, it's like, well, we can edit it out if I do a big flub.
Yeah.
And so I was live, I think it was August 2nd of 2021. And I had just launched my very own podcast called The Fine Print, helping people avoid the traps out there with money. And so I was on air with Dave. And it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of weight to be on, the second largest talk radio show in America next to Dave Ramsey. But at that point, I had done so many other things in front of cameras and mics. And so at first you're nervous, and then you get on air and Dave does the intro and you're like, holy crap, I'm in it. I'm inside of the Matrix right now. And we just had a good time with it. And over time you get more and more comfortable. There's not as much nerves anymore, but your body keeps the score. Your body knows you are live on air in front of millions of people. Don't screw up. Don't say the wrong thing. And by the way, this is then on YouTube for the rest of time. Yeah. So my kids will go back, 20 years from now and watch old clips of me saying stupid stuff. But, Dave led the way. He doing that. So
Saying stupid stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
What qualities did you see in George that made you feel comfortable putting him next to you?
In all of our personalities, we're looking for obviously a strong intellect, because a lot of the stuff we do is quick react, and you do not have time to think about the next day what you wish you had said. It's over. You're doing an interview on Fox, or you're on the air live, or we're doing a Q&A in front of a live audience, or whatever it is, and you got to be able to just draw and fire. So we're looking for that, but we're also looking for that it factor on the stage, or in front of a microphone, in front of a camera. And different people have different places that are a strength. I've already said my strength is not on camera. I enjoy the stage, and I enjoy the intimacy that talk radio has, because you're dealing with just one sense, just hearing. And so you're not getting the benefit of body language, and you're listening for that pause that means they lied, or you're listening for the nuance of it. And 30 years of doing it, you can begin to get it dialed in. But the it factor in one of those places, can they lift people? So in our situation, we have to be able to put out high quality information, but doing it in a way with story and with humor that is aspirational, that's lifting. There has to be a motivational piece to it. If you just lift with no information, that's just fluff. But if you send out information with no lift, that's called a boring 401k meeting. Yeah. And nobody wants to go to those. And so we're not doing either one of those. And so, we sit and talk to Dr. John Deloney were interviewing him about coming on and doing this, and he was the dean of students at a local university. But you're just sitting in a room with him. You get real quick. You go how quick he is, how smart he is, and how funny he is, self-deprecating, and I went, this guy can do. He can handle that. And what George did was George has always had that. I mean, he loves to perform. He's a musician. He already had that, and we had him in front of the camera with the video channel as the host. So we got to see, could the audience love George as a host, and could he connect. And you got to be able to do that through these things or from the stage or whatever it is. And he obviously did that. And he's got an incredible work ethic. He's one of all the personalities, he's probably the one that does the most work to prepare before he comes on the air to do something. So he'll come in with like 3 articles when we're going on the air and go, hey, we could talk about this stuff. I've been looking at this morning, and my level of preparation is I walked in there and hit on. I mean, it was because I've been doing it a long time, but I don't track that stuff. But he's bringing good, fresh, new ideas and chemistry from his work ethic. Yeah. And so that's the type of stuff we were looking for, and that he definitely personifies.
Yeah, I have to say, the level of preparation, even when we walked in here, I looked at the desk, and I'm like, wow, this is similar to our desk. And I looked over, I looked at the lights. I'm like, wow, they're very similar to our lights. And you said that you've created this to somewhat replicate the iced coffee hour. And just the attention to detail, I've never seen like this before.
Our team has very high standards, and it stems from this guy right here. We call it the suck bar around here, and the suck bar is down here for most of America, most companies, and everything we do is to the highest standard. When we say we do our work as unto the Lord, that means we are putting our 110% effort in. We have a core value of excellence in the ordinary, which means the smallest things. Before we went live, we are delinting a shirt.
I know.
Because we don't want anything to distract from what we're trying to do.
Delinting is a word.
It's a new word for Dave. But our team, I did none of this, by the way. It's our amazing video crew over here, and their level of excellence. And over time, 10 years ago, we weren't at the level we were now. And so we grew over time. We got better cameras. We got better at lighting. We hired even more talented people. And so over time, now the bar is just way up here. And this is where we start. Mm-hmm. And if you've been to our live event.
Yes.
And so, our production values, the things that we put out there, we want to be the best out there. And especially in the faith space, there's a lot of just like bad, SNL skit level stuff out there. And we wanted to stand out from that crowd and do our work as unto the Lord. And so that's what we've been doing now for over many, many years.